I'd like to take this moment. Welcome, Karen Massoglia.
So great to be with you guys. My name is Karen Massoglia, as Les said, and I am a life transformation coach. And I love to empower people to live their best lives and create a healthy life and a healthy mindset. So my goal today is to empower you to start using the tools and practices that are going to build that healthy mindset for you in your life. So one of the things that I'd like to do to get started is this is really about applying this to you, because that's what's really going to matter. That's what's going to make the difference. So I'd love to have you take a look at a circumstance in your life that you would love to see a transformation in. You'd like to see something change. Maybe it's with your finances or a relationship, maybe your marriage, your career, maybe your retirement. Hopefully you all have one of those things in mind. So my question for you is, what is happening and who is responsible for what's happening in that situation? Is it something that's happening to you so that you just you don't have any control over? Now think about a second one. It could be finances, retirement, health, relationships, career, marriage. So another situation where something's happening that you would like to see different. And then who's responsible for that one? What's happening there? And what would you like to change? And is that outside your control or is that inside your control? So many of us live like life is happening to us. A lot of people sleepwalk and are unaware of what's happening around them. They're not sensitive to the reactive state in which they respond to things. So one of the things that I love to do with my clients is I do an assessment on that and help them take a look at that and really discover for themselves what's going on. So here's a couple of the questions that I ask in the assessment that I do with my clients. When I'm in an argument, do I find it important to be right? Do I find myself quick to point the blame? Do I feel sorry for myself? Do I seek to understand what the other person is saying? So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which one is it? Which one best describes your response? 1, 2, 3, or 4? And here again is another question. Again, 1, 2, 3, or 4. When something bad happens in the world, do I find myself focusing on whose fault it was? Do I find myself wondering why the world is not different? Do I find myself blaming people who hold other beliefs? Or do I seek to understand what I can learn from it? So what this assessment does is it shows us what is our mindset about these things. One of the mindsets that I talk about, I don't know if you've ever heard about the above the line and below the line thinking. Above the line is an open mindset. It's curious, it's playful, it's a growth mindset. It's creating a space for you to be able to grow and learn. So that's when you're above the line. When you're below the line, that's the below the line mindset, and it's closed, it's defensive, and it's wanting to be right. So why is taking responsibility important? It's not good or bad. It's not right or wrong, and it's not the truth. If you look at those situations, the circumstances in your life, if you look at, the questions I ask, it's not the truth that you're responsible for that. But it's a really, really powerful place to come from. And it gives you the ability to create something different when you take that responsibility. When we blame others, we take away our power and we surrender control. And we place cause and reason outside of ourselves. When we are responsible, we are able to take back the power and the responsibility and create a new possibility for our lives. So I'm going to show now the drama triangle. So I don't know if you've heard of this drama triangle. Kind of the center of it is the victim, which is down in the lower part there. There's three parts to the drama triangle. And it's really all about, again, it's really all about not taking responsibility and not being in charge, not creating. So in the drama triangle, the three positions are the victim. And the victim wonders why life is happening to me. Why is this happening to me? And you know what? This everybody goes through this. We have like 80,000 thoughts going through our head in a given day. That's going through our head for sure. Why is this happening? Poor me. So everybody has those thoughts. And I think the key is how much time do you let it marinate in your brain? And how much of your mental real estate are you blames what is happening on somebody else and their circumstances? The third group is the heroes, and the heroes hate conflict. They hate pain, and they avoid dealing with them by overcompensating and arriving to save the day. So that's the drama triangle. And we all get caught up in the drama triangle from time to time, and we shift roles. It's really the effect of blame, shame, and fear. And what happens in this is that the locus of control is outside of us when we're in this drama triangle. So rather than succumbing to this drama triangle, let's look at a new context that we can create. We can create a new context, an empowering context. And this context is a part of the creative process that forms the building blocks of a healthy mindset. So here's how the new triangle makes a difference. You can see here now there's it's a comparison between the two triangles here in this slide. So there's the victim in the drama triangle becomes TED stands for the empowerment dynamic. So instead of the victim, what happens in the creator chooses responsibility. Responsibility creates the space for the creator to choose what results and outcomes that they create for themselves in their lives. The creator works consciously and deliberately to be responsible for the current reality and be intentional about moving towards the life that they envision creating. So that's the creator, and then the villain turns into the challenger. And the challenger is the person that is going to encourage actions and bring meaningful growth. The creators are able to transform their perspective towards difficult people and difficulties with conditions and circumstances into challenges to be met, understood, and overcome. Unlike the victim who sees every challenge as a villain, creators welcome challengers, for they encourage actions that lead to meaningful growth. The challenger calls forth the creator's will to create, often spurring him or her to new skills, making difficult decisions, and other steps that lead towards dreams and desires. And then the third one is that the rescuer becomes the hero becomes the coach. And this one's meaningful to me because that's what I am passionate about, is being a coach. And the coach supports, assists, and facilitates the creator in clarifying and manifesting the creator's desired outcome. Coaches help others perceive new possibilities. Coaches dare to dream. And a coach acknowledges and helps leverage the power and capabilities of the creator. In addition to clarifying outcomes, the coach also helps the creator dig deeper within themselves and accurately and honestly, authentically assess current issues. And the coach holds them accountable for taking steps towards those goals. So so how do you on a practical basis implement this into your life? Because like I said, we've got 80,000 thoughts going through our head all day long every day, right? So here's the slide of how those positions change. Um, so how do we make this transformation to the rescuer and the coach? One of the things that I love to work with my clients is becoming self-aware. It's really all about creating awareness, becoming mindful about what's going on. And self-awareness is the key to transforming that and the previous programming that we have. One of the tools that I love to implement with my clients is called Stop, Challenge, and Choose. And the way that works is that you stop. You just when you see that thought going through your head, oh, poor me, why is this happening? Why does this always happen to me? Or whatever it is, maybe you identified something as you were thinking about your own circumstances. You stop and you identify that that's what's happening, that you're in the victim mentality, or maybe you're in the villain or the hero mentality. So you stop and you acknowledge it. You become mindful. You become present to it. You might even notice the sensations that are present when you're aware of that. Like, are you getting stressed? Is your neck getting tight? Are you feeling something happen in your gut? Or is that getting tense? So you stop and you pay attention to that. You become aware, and then you challenge. You challenge your response and what you want to choose. You ask yourself, is this what I want? Or do I want to create something different? You become present to the fact that you can choose, that it's your choice. So you stop and think about that. What's possible? And I have an ebook that I have for my clients on that. That's really powerful and just kind of walks them through the process. So you challenge by becoming good at stopping and putting yourself in the position to know that you want to respond rather than react. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll grab a glass of water. I know my amygdala, my fight or flight response is kicking in, and I'll just grab a glass of water, and then I'll just take my time drinking the water, especially if I'm with somebody and I really want to choose to respond rather than to react. So that helps give me the time to really process it and think and choose what is the response that I want. What do I want to create in the situation? So triggers is another way to think about it. What are your triggers? What are the triggers that you're aware of in your own life? And when you identifying them is really powerful, because then you can say, okay, when these things happen, that's when I'm going to choose to stop. That's when I'm going to stop. I'm going to challenge my initial reaction, choose my response, and think about what it is that I want to create. What is it that I'm really committed to in this relationship, in my career, whatever it is. Choose what I'm going to be committed to and what matters to me, and then take action after that. Then you have a chance to give a response. So thank you guys, and I'm going to enjoy being with you guys in the breakout room.